This morning, Hollywood stars and film fans are remembering Rob Reiner's legendary body of work, both in front of the camera and behind it. Reiner became a household name on the groundbreaking show All in the Family.
Let me tell you something, Mr. Bunker.
No, let me tell you something, Mr. Stivic. You are a meathead.
His role as Archie Bunker's son-in-law earning him 2 Emmys.
We have Final Tap from the UK!
In 1984, Reiner releasing his first film, This is Spinal Tap.
These go to 11.
Reiner reflecting on the cult classic here on Today, alongside the original cast, after they recently released a sequel more than 40 years later.
It was a form that nobody had done. I mean, it was this fake documentary. It was not just satirizing heavy metal. We were also satirizing the documentary form.
Reiner went on to direct a string of legendary films, like The Princess Bride.
You can die too, for all I care.
Oh. As you wish.
Stand By Me, Misery, and A Few Good Men, which earned Reiner an Academy Award nod for Best Picture.
I want the truth! You can't handle the truth!
But his love for comedy shined in the classic rom-com When Harry Met Sally. Reiner's own mother delivering one of the film's most iconic lines.
I'll have what she's having.
Rob Reiner inherited the funny bone from his dad, legendary comedian and actor Carl Reiner.
He set the best possible example for how to live a life, and that's what he taught me.
Over the years, Reiner still flexed his comedic chops on camera.
$26,000 worth of sides?
Even appearing recently on The Bear.
The Bear, yeah, no, I know. The sandwich is excellent. But the restaurant I'm hearing is hit and miss.
Overnight, tributes from fellow actors pouring in. Kathy Bates telling NBC News, "I loved Rob. He was brilliant and kind," adding, "He changed the course of my life."
So late last night, I spoke by phone to Rob Reiner's daughter, Tracy Reiner, from his first marriage to Penny Marshall. And she was reflecting on her childhood. And she told me, "I came from the greatest family ever." She said that she would be traveling to Los Angeles today to be with family and that she's still in shock and trying to piece together what happened, and said that they have a long road ahead of them.
Yeah, for sure. All right. Thank you, Chloe.
Thank you, Chloe. We want to turn now to Dave Karger. He is a host on Turner Classic Movies. He's covered Hollywood for decades, and of course the Reiners as well. And Dave, we talked about the investigation earlier in the hour, so let's just give him his due and the contribution this man made to so much of the pop culture that we all love.
Yeah, I think this whole situation is so sad and shocking to everybody because he was truly a giant in the entertainment industry. For Rob Reiner to go from son of a comedic legend, Carl Reiner, to Emmy-winning sitcom star for All in the Family. But then after that, with all the movies that Chloe just talked about, I would put him up there with Ron Howard and Steven Spielberg as far as filmmakers from our era, right? The 80s and 90s, who made a string of films that have endured as people's favorites. You ask random people, what are some of your favorite movies of all time? Chances are you're going to hear a Rob Reiner film or two in that bunch. A Few Good Men, Misery, Stand By Me, The Princess Bride, Spinal Tap, When Harry Met Sally. These are movies that have really lasted through the decades. And I don't think Rob Reiner really got his due. His one Oscar nomination was actually for producing A Few Good Men. He never got a Best Director Oscar nomination. So I don't think he really got his due as a filmmaker. And I think now people are going to start really appreciating all of the fantastic movies he made like never before.
Yeah, I think you're right, Dave. And by the way, just across so many different genres too, rom-coms and coming-of-age movies as well. But it all started with All in the Family back in the 70s, the original Meathead. For folks who aren't familiar with the role that show played, not just for Rob Reiner, but for our culture and society at large. Talk to us a little bit about that.
Well, All in the Family in the 1970s was appointment viewing every week. It was such a terrific show, a funny show, but also a show that tackled serious topics. And I think in many ways, the Rob Reiner meathead character was the way in for the audience. He was the new member of the family, if you will. And I think Rob Reiner even understood what an important role, an iconic role that was. At one point, he said, if I ever won the Nobel Prize, the headline would say, Meathead wins Nobel, because that was really a role and a character that is going to last for decades to come.
And it's interesting, Dave, that rather than take that role and say, okay, I'm going to be in front of the camera, he did the opposite and really work behind the scenes by and large, making some of these iconic movies you're talking about.
Yeah, and he was one of the founders of Castle Rock Entertainment, which has been a real big player in the entertainment business, not only producing his own movies, but other directors' movies like The Shawshank Redemption. He even had a hand in producing Seinfeld. So Rob Reiner, whether people knew it or not, was behind so many of all of our favorite TV shows and movies for years and years.
Well, just a giant in the industry, and such heartbreak today. Dave Karger, thank you for a few minutes of your time. We appreciate it.
As Dave points out, too, I mean, he just kind of had that Midas touch for decades, just everything he touched.
Yeah, and you know what? No Oscar, who cares? These are the movies we all love and we'll never forget. So,
my goodness.
Prayers going out to them.
For sure.
Hey, thanks for watching. And don't forget, you can catch the Today Show every morning on NBC or take Today when you're on the go. Just follow the Today podcast on Apple Podcasts, Spotify, or wherever you listen.